Ladies and gentlemen, here's 3 business owners. But there's something wrong here. I'm sure you can see it. Why are they smiling? Only one of these business owners is happy. Why? Because 2 out of 3 businesses fail within the first year. And in this video, I'm about to reveal to you why, despite the ruthless amount of access that people have to tools, information, why despite all of these things, people still fail. And if you're able to understand the fundamentals of why most business owners fail, I guarantee you can be the 1 out of 3 that don't fail within the first year. The first thing that we need to discuss are expectations. So the thing is, there's a whole industry now that's selling you on the idea that you can make 10 grand a month. That's usually the number, 10 grand per month. And they usually have different mechanisms. They have different vehicles by which they sell it. First, it was drop shipping. Then it was SMMA. Then it was a different type of agency. Now it's faceless YouTube channels. And all of these people are usually taking in the naive people that are coming in searching up, oh, I want side hustle money, all this stuff. So if we try to look at how this cycle usually goes, it's a funnel, right? 99% of people that enter through the top don't come out of the bottom. Only 1% come out. The thing is, you need to understand what part of the funnel you're at. If you're at this part where you're being pitched a new business idea, if you're in the business of constantly switching your products, your services, your business model, then you are at this top part. You don't want to be at this top part. If you're actually sticking to a singular business and you're down to this part right here, you're probably learning how to actually generate leads. You're probably learning how to build your landing page, build your website, and actually pitch people on your service. You're probably learning sales, so on and so forth. Now, what you don't want to misunderstand is what part of this funnel you're at. A lot of people think that they're here, down here, but they're actually over here. A lot of people think that they're here, but they're actually all the way at the top. Later on, you have different things. You learn how to build teams, you learn how to recruit, so on and so forth. Now, the real thing that really destroys the ratio between this number and this number, so this 99% number and this 1% number have such a huge delta, such a huge discrepancy in between them because of the expectation of how long it'll take to go through this funnel. So it's inevitable. Every single person will be scammed, will be disappointed in some way, shape, or form by the first gurus, the father of gurus who first pitched you. Think about it. You probably joined this whole online business space because of one singular individual. Do you still watch their content? Probably not, because you outgrew them. That's basically the cycle. Now, the question is, how long does this actually take? And of course, this depends, but I guarantee you it takes more than 3 years. If you think it takes anything less than 3 years, you are sadly mistaken. And a lot of people expect the funnel. A lot of people understand that there is a funnel. Most people don't, but a lot of people do. But they misunderstand how long the funnel should actually take. And because of this, they start going down this funnel in one business model. They're like, oh, I've started drop shipping. And because it's been 1 or 2 years, a lot of times it's only been 1 or 2 months or 1 or 2 weeks usually, they think, oh, God forbid, I can't be the problem. It has to be the industry. It has to be drop shipping itself. You know what? This guru, he's the problem. He's the reason why I'm not making the money that I want to make. So then they switch, SMMA. A lot of people, they restart the cycle of going through this again and again and again. And so they're endlessly stuck in this cycle, repetitive cycle, and they're never able to break past it. And by the way, this cycle, this micro cycle that you're looking at, a lot of people don't understand that this can exist in literally any part of this funnel. So let's draw a bigger version of this funnel here. There we go. So you got this top of funnel right here, and you have this perpetual cycle. Now, in this initial perpetual cycle, so you are switching business models. So you're going from SMMA to drop shipping, and you're selling one thing after the other. Your core business model keeps changing. Then the next part of the funnel, what usually happens is you're stuck in another cycle. This cycle is usually, let's say you decided on a particular model. Let's say you've decided on having an agency. Then it's your service. You keep switching around your service. You offer this, then you offer this, then you offer this, then you offer this. Instead of sticking to one service, you keep switching in between them. First, you're offering cold email. Then maybe you switch to Facebook marketing. Maybe you switch to paid ads. Whatever it is, you keep switching. then what happens? Then maybe you stick to one offer or one service, but you keep switching offers. Your offer keeps changing. Your pricing keeps changing. You go from, high ticket to low ticket, and now I'm having this VSL and this thing and that thing. But in reality, your problem isn't necessarily the offer. A good offer isn't that hard to make. You know what's hard to do? What's actually hard to get is traffic. So then you're in the traffic part of the funnel. And when you're in the traffic part of the funnel, which a lot of you guys are currently in, you start investing in all these client acquisition systems and all these courses. This is usually where a lot of people actually start buying courses. But the thing is, they're still stuck in a perpetual cycle. They start with cold email. Let me tell you a story about our cold email system. So we spend a lot of money on cold emails, and we actually have a team in-house that does it now. And Alex Hormozi will attest to this. Alex Hormozi with Gym Launch had the same exact issue. He says that when he was starting his cold email system, he didn't turn a profit for 6 months with his cold email system. For 6 months, nothing. Most of you guys can't go 6 days without seeing some results. He went 6 months in the negative. Same thing happened in our company. We kept going negative. We spent thousands of dollars on emails. Couldn't get anything to work. We started iterating the copy, changing around the lead list, so on and so forth. Nothing was working. You know what we didn't do? Quit. Same thing with this YouTube channel. Actually, I would say we're in the current process of doing this. We've posted, at least short form content wise, 3 times a day, and you can scroll down forever. We've been posting for a long ass time. You know what we didn't do? We didn't start posting on YouTube. Think, oh my God, YouTube is the answer. YouTube is the Messiah. We didn't bow our heads down to YouTube for 3 weeks, and then because we had no guts to actually stick to something, switch to something else. That's what we didn't do. YouTube, cold email, whatever traffic system you have, it's just about not switching it. And then it goes on and on and on, building sales teams, so on and so forth. There is a cycle no matter where you are. And every single time, because we're human beings, we're naturally inclined towards efficiency, we try to find something called a shortcut. But what we don't realize is that the long cut is the shortcut, because if you keep following shortcuts again and again and again, you're stuck in a perpetual cycle that never ends up actually benefiting you. You would have been better off just taking the long cut, and it would have saved you time. But instead you took shortcut after shortcut, and that's why you're failing. So what you can actually do to fix this is fix your expectation. Number one, you got to understand how long this actually takes. So again, it will not take you less than 3 years. Honestly, it'll probably take you 6-7 years to actually go through this whole entire cycle. Second thing that you want to understand is that there is a cycle at every single point. There will always be a cycle that you're stuck in. What you want to do is you want to evade, you want to supersede the cyclical part of business. You want to ascend to focus. When you're switching between whatever it is that you're switching between, you will get up. You won't make any money, and that is why most business owners fail. And there's actually a very good way to illustrate this. If you want to illustrate this in the form of a graph, at the beginning, when you're starting your business, and you might have experienced this if you've already started your business, you are on an ascent, right? You're going up, and then you go down, and then you go up again, and then here's achievement. So we're going to draw this. Again, I'm not Pablo Picasso. He died a long time ago, so I hope you guys can appreciate the fact that I'm at least trying. Here you have informed optimism. Now at informed optimism, you're like, oh my God, I just discovered this new business idea. I just discovered this new hack, this new trick. I just discovered Facebook ads. Oh my God, this is I'm gonna make so much money. This is your confidence level. And the bottom part here is time, the amount of time that has elapsed compared to your confidence. At the top, you have uninformed optimism. So you're not informed and you're optimistic because you're uninformed. Then what ends up happening is you go into informed pessimism. Now here you actually realize that nobody makes $10,000 within 2 seconds, and the AI agency dream that you've been sold is actually just a fad. Not really, I mean it works, but you just had very high expectations for something, and the expectations or the reality of those businesses didn't actually match those expectations. Then what ends up happening? You enter what is called that's what I like to call it. It's just you think, oh, I'm at so soon come, we're about to be at informed optimism, and then we're about to achieve something. No, sir. is yet to come. And this is the mistake that most business owners make, is that they misanticipate where actually is. If you're one of these business owners, you've experienced this when it came to starting your business, and now you're at a certain point. Maybe some of you people are still at or maybe you're about to go into Good luck if you're one of those people. You got to understand, this is not just a cycle that is true for starting your business. It's literally true for anything. Whether you're starting a YouTube channel, at the beginning you're like, you know what, man, I can make videos like Hadi Solomon. You know, he makes such high quality videos. I can copy him. But then you realize, oh my God, no, like Hadi Solomon is a genius. I can't ever copy him. And then we're at you're like, you know, I've been posting for 8 months and all I'm getting is Jonathan from Mississippi. This is what you'll have to go through. 8 months of and then you're going to be at informed optimism and then achievement. Never underestimate Now, the second thing that I want to talk about, these are the only two things you need. First things first, you want your expectations to be reset. The second thing that you need to understand is the cycle or the lie of information. Okay? Everybody sells information nowadays. It's literally the new economy. People call it information synthesis. If you put together information that you've gathered, you're going to make so much money, you just got to sell it, right? These are your course sellers, the books, the coaching, the consulting, all of this stuff is basically information. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to be stuck in a perpetual cycle of information gathering. Now, this is, again, one of these cycles that is reminiscent. Like, you can be in this cycle, and no matter what part of the life cycle of a business you're in, you can be at the beginning, you can be at the end, whatever you're at, you can be stuck in this cycle. That's why I've dedicated a specific portion to this cycle. Books, coaching, consulting, no matter what type of information it is, you're in a perpetual state of gathering information. And honestly speaking, you guys that are watching this video right now are probably stuck at this very point. You guys are stuck right here, and actually, you watching this video right now is an act of you gathering information. I want you to ask yourself a simple question. I'm going to actually write this out. What are you avoiding? What is it that you actually have to do that you're not doing to watch my video? And yes, a lot of people might have already left because of that comment, and my watch time is going to go berserk. It's going to go down to as we talked about here. But who the cares? Because in all honesty, this is the hardest problem in business to solve. All of the people that are selling you information, I want you to pick one name, okay? Iman Gadzhi, father of gurus, right? He basically introduced a lot of new kids to SMMA. Look at what he says. He's talking about accountability. And that's what the third thing is going to be. It's going to be accountability. Hold your horses. Alex Hormozi, you might think, oh, he doesn't sell anything. He sells school games. You got to pay for school games. And look what he says. He says the information is on YouTube. He's saying it right to your face. Sam Ovens, what does he say? We already know what we need to do. You know what you need to do. What are you looking for? Why are you looking for the next piece of copy? Why are you looking for the newest landing page? Why are you looking for the newest sales script? You already know what you need to do. Business is simple. The problems in your business are so simple to solve. You think it isn't that simple. You think that you need all this information. All you need in reality is number 3. Accountability. Accountability is answerability. It's having some sort of consequence, some sort of negative attached to your action, or it can be inaction. You want to constantly have some sort of negative attached to whether or not you act on the right things or whether or not you act at all. How do you actually do this? Here's what you actually do, okay? This is the simplest way to do it. Number 1. First of all, you got to eliminate your distractions. A lot of people are not where they want to be, unfortunately, because of the device that they're watching this video on. You want to eliminate your distractions, download ClearSpace, OneSec. You got a whole bunch of Opal is one of these apps. You want to stop mentally masturbating. Once you stop mentally masturbating, what do? You define clear inputs. Clear inputs mean you know exactly what you need to do. If you're in the stage that you're in that I mentioned before, traffic gathering, you got to post a certain amount of times per day. You got to reach out to your clients a certain amount per day. You got to follow up with your leads a certain amount per day. It's very simple. You define your clear inputs numerically. So you define how many you're going to do, and you also define when you're going to do them by. So you want to set deadlines. This way you'll have nothing else to do. You won't have any information to gather because you realize, oh, there really is nothing more to learn. I just actually need to start doing. And you'll know exactly when to get your stuff done by and how much of it you need to do exactly. But in all honesty, everybody's done this. You've all made your calendars. You've all done a lot of shit before that you haven't actually followed through on. So what is the third thing? The third thing is actually the first thing that we talked about, which is accountability. Now, there are a few ways in which you can actually implement accountability, and you can tie it into both of these. So first things first, when you're talking about your numerical inputs, how much of what you need to do. If you have a business partner, this is what I personally do. If I didn't record this video right now, you know what would have happened? I would have lost a piece of my company. The company that I worked so hard for, I would have lost a part of it. You want to attach equity to you not fulfilling your deadlines. That's what you want to do. Or some sort of monetary negative that you will incur if you don't actually do the things that you committed to doing. Once you have this, I'm telling you, like, this is it. This is the one thing that you need to actually unlock the next scale of growth in your business. Once you have this, you will be unstoppable. And that's not an overstatement. That is literally it. It's just this one thing. It's just accountability. If you're answerable to somebody, if somebody actually asked you at all of these cycles, let's go back. If somebody asks you, hey, when you're starting this business, why are you switching businesses? How is that logically sensical? How are you justifying rationally that the market is too saturated, that this niche is invalidated? How are you justifying this? If somebody asks you that simple question, maybe you wouldn't have been stuck in this cycle. Same thing here. You wouldn't have been stuck in this cycle. Same thing here. You wouldn't have been stuck in this cycle. And here's the thing, right? Business owners are very intelligent. You guys justify to yourself exactly why you're doing certain things. You guys are great arguers. That's why every business owner that I've met, most of them founders, are good at sales. You guys lie to yourselves. You guys sell yourself into bullshit. You guys tell yourself, no, this video is research. Is this research? You need somebody to answer to every time you get stuck in one of these cycles. Because imagine if all these cycles were eliminated. Imagine this 3-year trajectory, which again, that was me being conservative. Let's call it 10, right? Let's even call it 7, okay? Not yours, not mine. Let's go 7. Okay, the 7-year funnel. How long or how much shorter do you think it'll be if there was no repetitive cycle where you're stuck? Just because you actually stuck and focused on one individual thing in all of these parts of the funnel. How much farther ahead would you be? Is this the reason why you're behind? Is this the reason why you're not where you want to be? When you look in the mirror, when you look at your business and you think to yourself, wow, I've been in this game for so long. I've been doing so much for so long. What's going on? Why am I not where I want to be? Maybe this is the answer. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to eliminate this repetitive cycle and you want to do it with the best accountability system, nobody sells accountability. Everybody sells information because accountability is hard to sell. And if you're one of those people that doesn't want to be accountable, you can leave. Just listen to Alex Hormozi. But if you're one of those few people that actually want to stay accountable, if you want an accountability system that runs 24/7, I want you to watch the short video and the link in the description. I promise you it'll change your life. If not, go ahead and like and subscribe. Keep enjoying the free stuff and catch you guys in the next one.